All right, traders, welcome to the presentation with NeuroStreet Trading Academy. This is Jim Simmons, head of education here. And what we're going to look at today is how to get funded and stay funded as a prop firm trader. How many of you are working on evaluations, trying to get funded? Give me an eval in the chat box if you're currently in an evaluation, trying to get funded. And if you are already funded, go ahead and type in fund in the chat box. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just type in no idea. Maybe some of you are new to the concept. So, all right, fair enough. Good stuff. We'll talk about what we're talking about. We'll talk about what we're talking about. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, good deal. How many of you, this is your first ever event with NeuroStreet? First time, never been here before, kind of checking things out. Give me a first time in the chat box if that's you. Cool. Second time, first time. Awesome. Well, welcome back and welcome to those of you who are here for the first time. You know, we usually try to do things a little bit differently here. We realize that as traders, you've probably been to countless webinars. You've probably seen every gadget under the sun, and oh my God, it's going to make you so much money, right? You've heard it all before. We've been there, we've done that, we've seen it, we get it. So we try to do things a little bit differently here. In fact, I may not even go through a lot of what's in this presentation here because I want to spend time just going through trading. And I think that's a better use of our time, right? And we all know trading's hard and you need this and that, right? We've heard it before, right? So this should come as a breath of fresh air, hopefully here. Before we dive in, of course, we are looking at trades. We're looking at performance. So we do need to post our disclaimer. We can't guarantee results. It's that simple. I'd love to be able to. But what happened yesterday will not happen tomorrow, nor will it happen the next day. So, of course, we trade on probabilities. Please understand the risk of trading. Cool. We're all good with that. Go ahead and give me a yes in the chat box and we'll keep moving forward here. Just take a second to read through that. Cool. Good to go. All right. So really, I just want to kind of go right into it. We can look at, the presentation and all this is great and it's wonderful. And we've done it before. But I want to do something a little bit differently. Let's start with, why did we get into trading? Why did we get into trading in the first place? Was it to stare at pretty charts? Was it to have all the greatest and latest and greatest gadgets and indicators and all this stuff? Odds are it wasn't. The reason we got into trading was so that we could make money, but more importantly, so that we could make money in a short amount of time. So we had this idea that in trading, we can work, instead of working 8 hours in a day, or 10 for that matter, 8 to 10 hour days, we could work 2 to 3 hour days and we can make the same amount of money, right? That's why we got into trading. The idea that we could replace an income, offset an income, add additional income, grow an account, scale wealth, all these things. These are all wonderful things to aspire to. But somewhere along the way, we get hit with reality. Trading's hard. It's hard to scale accounts. It's hard to make money. It's hard to have a supplement your income. Pretty difficult to do those things, right? So how do we get through from the battles that traders face? Well, the first thing that I do talk about is overcoming fears. And we're not going to go through in depth into a ton of stuff here, but I do want to circle back to what prevents most traders from moving forward is fear. People can say, well, it's revenge and greed and all these things. And yes, all those things are true, but where do those things come from? Fear and anxiety. Anxiety usually comes from fear. And what is that fear? It's the fear of losing. It's the fear of having to prove to everybody else that told you you can't do this. It's the fear of having to go back to those people, tail between the legs, and say, no, it didn't work out. So I was right. Yeah, okay, fine, you were right. You don't want to have to do that. You don't want to have to lose your money. You don't want to have to constantly put all the work in and end up empty-handed. That's the fear. It's the fear of giving profits back. It's the fear of not being able to take profit. It's the fear that your winning trade turns into a losing trade. There's fear around every corner. And what was designed to keep us alive can really prevent us from being profitable in the future. Now, fear has its place, and fear in the form of developing discipline and habits is what gets us paid. Because if we can have the fear of, if I don't do this, if I don't have good habits, I will not make money. I will not be able to supplement my income and do all these things, right? That's what ultimately should propel us to being able to do these things, okay? To be able to make money, which comes from discipline and good habits, okay? So fear should propel us to do those things, right? So let's just kind of dive in here for a second, and let's kind of cut right to it. We talk about, why do traders come out? How many of you are sick of going to webinars? Just give me a yes in the chat box. If this was the last webinar you ever went to, would that be a good thing for you? Would that be like, I finally found it? Thank God I don't want to ever go to another webinar again and hear somebody else talk about something else. And just, yeah. How many of you are sick and tired of buying stuff that doesn't work? Right? And I'm not trying to throw salt on the wounds here. I'm just trying to say there's a better way. There's a better way to do this, right? So what is it that we need as traders? What is it that we really need and want? What we want is something that works, right? You want something that works. You want something that is simple. In other words, you can learn it. And this could, scale out to, it's been proven, right? But you tell me, what else is it that you want as a trader? Go ahead and type in the chat box. What is it that you want in your trading? Like, you came to this event for a reason, right? And it's probably because you're either failing evals, not passing evals, or not staying funded. Most of you are going to fit into one of those categories. Some of you might not, right? But why automated trading, right? There's a bigger purpose behind that. What is it that you don't have now that you wish you did have? What problem are you looking to solve by coming to this event? I want to keep this pretty interactive. That way it's not just me talking at you. That's boring. Nobody wants to listen to that. And I like to come at this from kind of more of an educator standpoint, right? So we want something that works. We want something that's simple. We want something that's consistent, right? Consistent, yeah, better chance of success. And it's profitable, right? Is there anything else I'm missing from this list? It works, it's simple, it's consistent, it's profitable. Anything else? Repeats every day, right? Opportunities every day. What else? Anything I'm missing from that? I think we can all agree that this is the reason traders come to these events. You guys agree with that? We've been doing this for a long time and helped thousands of traders, and we've done this a time or two. So usually that's what we get, right? Want something that works, want something that's consistent, something that's profitable and repeats every day. So if we can give you these things, if we can check every box on this list, is that something you'd be interested in? Now, obviously we know the answer to that, but I'm asking anyway, because I want your commitment, your agreement that this is what you're looking for here, right? So feel free to chime in. I know it's a bit of a rhetorical question, but just work with me here, I promise. Right. Yeah, that's what we want. So if we can show you these things, then we can get you to the finish line, right? Good stuff. Okay, some of you bought algos. Some of you want algos. That's great. Algos are a great way to go about trading. But there's more to trading than just setting the algo plug and play, right? You got to know how to use the tools, and more importantly, how to get the most out of the tools. And that comes from understanding what the markets are doing, which is what we can help you with. Okay. So cool. So now that we know that that's what we want, let's show you what it is. How does it work? All that. Okay. Yeah, getting the best of all of it for sure. So this is our performance tracker. This is every trade that we've taken in this program. This is all of them. There are 562 trades logged on this list. Out of 562 trades, 69%, almost 70, it wavers right around 70, give or take, are profitable trade, winning trades. And I can tell you that these two trades are currently the most common trades that we're taking. Now, why do you think that is? Well, you look at the win rates on these, they're better than the average. So do you think I want to trade something that's less than the average? No, not really. I want to trade stuff that's better than the average. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with 70% win rates. It's great. But if I could have 76%, almost 77%, well, count me in, right? So let's just play devil's advocate here for a second. Let me change colors so we can see better. So if we were to keep a 66% win rate, 66% win rate, that means we would hit 2 out of 3 trades would be winners, right? That means we would have 2 winners and 1 loser, okay? 2 out of 3. We're at 69% here. 76, 76. Okay. But what about risk reward, right? That's a pretty big question that we need to know. Well, this is all great, but how do I know what you're winning and what you're losing, right? Risk reward is right around 1 to 1. So for every dollar we risk, per trade, we make $1. Risk $1, make $1. Simple. So if we are above 50% win rate, we are profitable. But if we can maintain a 66% win rate, that means we have a 2-point profit factor. What does that mean? That means technically over the long run, every dollar we risk, we make $2. Now we're talking. All this is great. The question that you really want to know is, yeah, but can I pass my evaluation with this stuff? Can I get funded? Can I stay funded? Can I get paid? We have traders that, make all different levels of money. We have a trader who has scaled 30,000 so far for the year. Okay. It's about halfway through the year. It's not bad. It's a good side income for many. Some, it could even be a primary income, right? So they've made 30K for the year. We have traders who make about $1,000 a day. We have traders who make $5,000 a day. We have traders who make $20,000 a day and everything in between. And now we have traders that make $100 a day. There's nothing wrong with that either. We have traders that are all different levels of advanced and skill and all that, and they trade with us and they take these trades. So can you make money with these strategies? Yes. Can you pass your evaluation? So in the title of the webinar was Get Funded and Stay Funded in 28 days or less, right? Now, we don't just put that stuff in there because it's a cute thing to say. We put that in there because it's real. Because out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, out of the last 11 trading days, 9 of them have been profitable days. Pretty good, right? We'll take it. Yeah, but what about the losing days? Well, I can tell you the best winning day was about 1.5 times the size of the worst losing day. Okay, so, okay, that's good. What about drawdown, right? The evil drawdowns, which is why most traders fail their evals or fail to keep their account, right? That's the primary reason. What about drawdowns? I can tell you, based on these trades, over the last 28 days, which is what we're looking at, the drawdown, I can give you a percentage. I don't do dollars and cents because that's not right. It's win or lose. It's everybody's trading different dollar amounts. So dollar amounts don't really matter. They do, but not for reporting. Okay. So what about the drawdown? Okay, so let me do the math here and I'll tell you. So on a $50,000 eval, you need to have what, 3,000 in profit, right? That's the kind of the norm. We're good with that number, 3,000, right? And the average drawdown is what? 2,500. Okay. So what's 2,500 divided by 3,000? That's 83%. You guys with me so far? So 83%. So your drawdown is about 83% of the profit requirement. Cool. Okay. So, all right, let me do the math on this end. Hang on. The max drawdown here. Okay, and we'll divide that by the total profit. 16%. So over the last 28 days, the max drawdown versus profit was 16%. The requirement is 83 is as high as you can go. So we have you covered? I'd say so. So if all you did was show up to the trade room, it is awesome. I know it's great. And I'm not saying it to toot our horns. It's like, this is really great. We love winning and we should all celebrate that, right? So if all you did was come into the trade room and take every one of these trades over the last 28 days, that's what you would have seen. Now, can I guarantee that that's going to be the case the next 28 days? No, of course not. But it's working. We're making money. You know, we're taking profitable trades, and we can help you take these profitable trades. Now, some of you, I get it, have been to different events, and I've seen this song and dance before. I've been there. It looks like the greatest thing in the world. And then I get in and it's just nothing what they talked about, right? Totally get it. How do I know these trades are real? Well, we take images of every trade we take, and they're all posted in here. So every trade that is on here was a live trade that we took in front of students, hundreds of students from around the world that watched us take these trades. They took these trades with us, many of them. And there's a handful of Forex we'll take from time to time, and mostly futures. So they take these trades with us, and then we post all of our trades on this log. We do this for transparency so that you know, with a recent degree of understanding, that if I show up to the trade room and I take these trades, this would be what I would expect. That's the transparency there, right? And they're all in here. So like I had it set to show one of the trade setups because we're going to go through a trade setup together. I'm going to show you one of them, and I'm going to actually give you a cheat sheet. So stick around to the end because I'm going to give you a winning strategy. In fact, it's this one right here. I'm going to give you this strategy as a gift for taking time out of your day to be here with us. Why would we give you one of our winning trading strategies? To prove that what we're doing is the real deal and that we can help you. So almost 77% win rate, 91 trades at a 1-to-1. So this is the real deal. I'm going to give you the cheat sheet at the end. So, and great question. Dave's asking, how fast are the trades? Are they like pre-set up with limits? And that's a fantastic question, which leads to our next point. So what is the priority for these trades? When we take these trades in the room, there's several priorities that we have. One is obviously they have to be consistent and they have to be profitable, right? Those are a given. But then it has to be something that is, reasonable number of trades. We can't be waiting like weeks before we get a trade. That's not going to work. And it has to be something that is simple enough to teach and learn. And it has to be something that can be replicated. And what we mean by replicated is, first of all, you have to be able to understand what you're doing. That's a big component to it. But it also has to be something that's not so fast that you're like, oh my God, I missed the trade again. You know, the instructor is over here making all this money, and meanwhile, I'm just sitting on the sidelines waiting for my opportunity. That's not going to work. So these trades are set up in advance. All of them, we get usually at least about 5 minutes of lag time before we get into the trade. So you've got plenty of time. So these are trades that, you know, we're going to call out live. We're going to show you where to get in, where to put stops and targets, all that ahead of time. And then we're actually going to take the trade with you. Then we're going to log the trade, and then we're going to take the screenshot and we're going to paste that in the log as well. So this is really designed to be 100% transparent and full circle. There's our circle. That's about as good as it gets, people. I can't draw clearly. But it's all for transparency so that you know that there's something out there that actually works with people who actually care enough to help other traders. And yeah. And is the fee to join very high? No, it's really not. I'll show you everything that comes with so you get an idea. But this is what we're doing. So let's take a look at one of the trade setups. Okay, so I'm going to show you this trade. This is our VWAP trade, and I'm going to give you the cheat sheet here in a bit. Bear with me 1 second. Cool. So here's how this trade works. Let me break it down for you. So we've got the big picture is a 30-minute chart here. Okay, that's our higher time frame chart. Then we have a 5-minute chart. Okay. And this is on same instrument. This is our entry chart. And this is on M2K, which is the micro for the Russell. Okay. So this had a break of structure here. That's what this yellow line is, break of structure. Some of you that understand smart money concepts kind of know that one. But what do we see here? We have the market dipped to the low, kind of moved up, down, up, came down, came up. So from a simple structure standpoint, we are bullish. From a smart money concept, we're bearish. The only thing that we need to know on this trade is, are we making higher highs in waves? You know, are we making higher highs and higher lows? Higher high, higher low, higher high. So we're looking to go bullish. Cool. This is our VWAP, which is volume weighted average price. And so what we're doing here is we're watching for the market to come back into the VWAP. Now, specifically, this is the VWAP. Many of you are familiar with standard deviations. We have a standard deviation on this set to 0.5 in NinjaTrader. I think some of the other platforms we've used like a 0.3 or 0.4. The number's not really critical. It is to some degree, but if you're at somewhere between 0.3 and 0.5, you're probably good. Right? Yeah, you can use the mini, you can trade the micros. It's convertible, 100%. Yeah, on this trade, absolutely. They'll convert over easily. So what we do then is once the market comes into the VWAP channel, which is this area, and we're looking at the lower highs on the candles on a 5-minute chart, and as soon as we break the high of the candle coming out of VWAP, we take the trade. Stop goes below the low, target's 1-to-1. We got out here, scaled a little more profit there, and that's the trade. That's it. So you wait for the market to come into VWAP, trade the break of the higher low. That's it. And you got to have at least pivot one, ideally pivot 1, 2. Meaning you got a pivot bar, you've got bar 1, bar 2, 2 lower highs, ideally. And trade the break. That's it. Let's go look at another one. And then I'm actually going to give you a cheat sheet. Yeah, here's another one. So we've got, here's where it came into VWAP, right? Where's the last higher high was here. So pivot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, break. Just got to be more than a couple. 7, sure, we'll take that. Clean. It came through we traded as a stop. So we traded as a, we put the order up here. Let's say if market's here, we're going to put the order here to buy. Market comes through, gets us into the trade. There's our target. Stop goes below the low. That's it. It's simple, really simple. Let's look at a couple more. That was actually a different trade. This one was a break even. There's another one. This is a short. So, we can see we had, again, boss break was there, but we have, breaking down. So what we're looking at is we're trading pivot, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, break. Stop goes above the high, target 1-to-1. This strategy is one of the simplest things I've traded, and it kills it. Just does great. Yeah, sometimes it'll come back to VWAP, couple candles, 2-3 candles. You got about 15 minutes in there before it comes in. And then sometimes, it'll come right out of VWAP and you get into the trade right away. And sometimes you're kind of moving the trade around a little bit, kind of getting it ready, that sort of thing. So, and trade room time, our trade room is open from 8:55 to 11:30 Eastern time. And that's Monday through Thursday. Yep. So good stuff. So that is the trade. So let me track down the cheat sheet and we're going to go through it together. Because I figure, you've been to a million webinars, but have you ever gone to a webinar where they teach you a strategy and give you the strategy cheat sheet? I know I haven't been to one that did that. So I figured let's do something a little different. You're taking time out of your day. We should be giving you some value in that, right? Not just, hey, here's how our program works. Do you want to buy it? Enough of that. Let's see, where did I put it now? Trading strategy, gap. Here we go. How many pairs? I like to trade 4. I like to trade 4 instruments. This does work on Forex. It does work on Forex. I have traded it on Forex. Some pairs work a little better with it, but you can trade. I trade, I'll give you the instruments. So we trade the M2K, we trade all the micros, and we do that for ease in sizing the positions according to a specific dollar amount. But also a lot of our traders like to trade the micros. MES, MNQ, MCL. That's what we trade, and it's plenty. I don't like trading gold personally. That's my own thing. Gold gets a little bit weird with news releases and stuff, so not my thing. But I'm sure you could probably trade it on nat gas, copper, platinum, silver, gold, probably just about anything. It works. So, all right. So here is the cheat sheet. I'm going to share this with you. I'll just give it to you now because then you can follow along. So there it is. What you need to do is you want to go to that link and just download it. Okay. If you can't download it, then you might need to save a copy and then download it or something. So everything is broken down in here. We've got, this is the strategy. This is the thesis. This is a bounce trade off of VWAP. Areas conform to the breaking. Goes through everything. What the chart is, 5-minute chart, you need 2 EMAs. The EMAs just have to be on the right side of the VWAP. Both EMAs have to be on the right side of the VWAP. So you've got a 20 and a 9 that are both below VWAP. You're good. That's all. The 9 does not need to be below the 20. Okay, doesn't need to be below. We've been trading this one since when did we start trading this one? I think it was end of January is when we started this one. I'll tell you. Yeah, end of January. So we've been trading it, call it 3.5 months. And the win rate has really never wavered up or down on that. It's been pretty steady. I can tell you actually. Let me look. I can tell you for sure. Okay, let's go to, yeah, no, it's It came down a little bit for a little bit there and then came right back up. Yeah, it was like one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 10 trades where it kind of dipped down a little bit and then it kind of bounced right back up. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, so let's go through it. Where are we at here? This one? Cool. Yeah, so market moves into VWAP. You've got 9 and 20 above the daily VWAP. Market creates at least 2 lower highs. Trade the breakout of the high. Trade out of the VWAP channel. Do not trade if the market's breaking the opposing side of the VWAP. That's about it. So like if it breaks through the top, you wouldn't trade the short. If this, breaks through the bottom, you wouldn't trade the long. So these are the actual trades. This is what we give our members. Now, we have probably about a dozen of these for different strategies, and they're all ready to go. Okay. Can you automate it? No. Well, never say never. You probably could, actually. Come to think of it. Yeah, I think you probably could. If you're savvy, I'd think you'd be able to put these rules into something there for sure. Yeah. Some of the stops and targets might get a little bit complex in how you do it. We use a 50% buffer. You don't have to do it that way. You can just swing the stop below the low and give yourself reasonable distance and call it good. We get pretty dialed in on the stops and targets and stuff. But so that's the cheat sheet. So how do you trade it? Well, just come into the room and trade it with us. We're going to trade it right in front of you. So we'll give you the trades, and then you also have the cheat sheet. So come and check it out. So I wanted to spend time going through that together with you guys so that we actually give you something. Okay. Sound good? All right. So we're going to go through. We've already looked at a lot of that. There's the cheat sheets, winning trades. We've got a community. This I do want to touch on. So what do we actually teach? This is pretty important because I think a lot of traders go to they go to YouTube and it's great. There's a lot of good content there and you kind of look into it and you're like, well, how do I know what works? What's the real deal? What's not? What's just fluff? How do I know this guy hasn't been trading for like 5 days? Or how do I know this is somebody that actually knows what they're doing? So VWAP, technically we do have an algo that trades with VWAP, but not like this. And I did see another question about, does this work with CWAP? Yes. It depends on in what capacity. However, we do trade CWAP trades in the trade room as well. It's one of our main trade setups. So cool. So it can be really hard though to focus on what works and what doesn't. And here's the reality. When you see a setup, and this is, frankly, it's even the VWAP setup, right? Yeah, you can trade it on Tradeovate as long as you can get a VWAP with standard deviations. But if not, TradingView has one for free that you can use. So, and then you can just enter the trade on Tradeovate. So, yeah. So let's say with that setup even particularly, the setup, where to get in, why you're getting in, all of that. But what you don't know, or maybe don't know, is, well, what about when you're trading into major resistance, for example? Can you still take the trade? Probably wouldn't, right? You don't want to trade long into major resistance because the momentum of the market may shift. So what creates a really well-rounded, full, great trader? And that is having an understanding of the big picture. So knowing everything you need to know and nothing that you don't. Okay, so everything you need to know, nothing that you don't. So here's what you need to know. You need to know structure, waves, and smart money concepts. So we teach it. You need to know multi-time frame analysis, liquidity and volume concepts, order flow, price action, like support, resistance, trend lines, traps, so on. Supply and demand and order blocks, which is technically a smart money concept as well. And then you need to know how to manage the money. And we teach that as well. So we'll help you learn your risk models, how much do you risk per trade, all that. And then you need to know how to manage yourself. Because if you can't manage yourself, you definitely ain't going to be able to manage the money. And if you can't manage the money, then none of this stuff makes any difference because you're always going to lose. So this is what we teach. The reason that we teach this is because this is what you need to know as a trader. And I can tell you that if you learn these things, you're going to be a better trader. Is it hard to learn? No. Prop funding. Let's talk about prop funding. So some of you are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So prop funding, or prop firms, as you may hear it called, these are companies that have money. So they got the money. So you say, that's my friend. Okay. Well, not so fast, because they want some of your money, right? So what the trader does is they pay money to join an evaluation. What happens is they're going to trade in sim for a minimum of X number of days. And then if they can meet the profit criteria, let's call it 3,000, which is the standard kind of norm. And if they don't lose more than 2,500 off of their high water mark, what does that mean? That means if you are up $500, then that's your high water mark. Okay, so your net account balance plus $500 is your high water mark. And so you can't lose more than 2,500 off your high water mark. So if you're up 500, then you can't be down more than 2,000 as an example. Okay. So if you pass and you meet their criteria, they will have you trade a funded account, and you will trade their money, and they will split profit with you. How much? Depends on the company. Anywhere from 70 to 90% goes to the trader. Now, before you say, wow, that's a great deal, trust me, they are making plenty of money and they are not hurting. Well, what if you get funded and you lose the money? Does not matter. You owe them nothing. You paid for the evaluation. You got funded. No harm, no foul. Move on. You got to start over. Do a new evaluation. Now, again, before you think, oh my gosh, they're losing money on traders, they do not lose money. I promise you that. Do you think a casino ever loses money? No, they do not. They're not in the business of losing money, I promise you. But it is a great setup. What about if you could make $100 per trade? That's a good starting point, right? Well, what if you traded $100 per trade and you traded 20 accounts? Now that $100 per trade is actually $2,000 per trade. Well, what if I lose the money? Well, first off, you're thinking the wrong way. Second of all, you're not losing money because it's not your money. It's the prop funding company's money. But I don't want to lose their money. They're not losing money because when they fund you, you're still trading in sim until you prove that you can make enough money to get paid. So it's really a win-win. There are traders that trade $1,000 a day per account and trade 20 accounts. And they make 20 grand a day. And they make like 100 grand a week. There are some traders that do this. Now, obviously, that's not the norm. And you're probably not going to make that next week. But we got to start somewhere. So let's get you making $100 per account per day. And then we'll get you to 500. And we'll get you to 1,000, right? So who's the best prop firm to go with? I don't know. It's every one of them is a little different. I like Tick Trader. I like Apex. Top Step's great. Yeah, there you go, Ed. 20 grand a week next, or 20 grand a day next week. Yeah. Yeah, let's get you making 200 a day first, right? So, Tick Trader's good. Top Step's the original. They're great. There's a lot of good ones out there. A lot of our customers go to like Bullinox is one. Profit, what is it? Take Profit Trader. That's another one that's kind of coming up on the scene. Anyway, there's a bunch, and soon to be a new prop funding company that is coming very soon, and it's going to be the best. Why is it going to be the best? Because it's going to be ours, and we're going to do it the best because that's what we do. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. It's coming. It's coming very soon. So copy our trades. We have this idea that you should be able to make money while you're still learning, right? So how many of you so far are like, this is what I've been looking for? You're going to show me the trades. You're going to trade with me. You're going to teach me the trades. And then you've got all the resources at your fingertips, right? This is what most traders are looking for. Does it cost a fortune? No. Obviously, it costs money. We're in business. We got to make money, right? But it doesn't have to cost a fortune. So if this is what you're looking for, NS funding, yeah, our funding will be on Rhythmic. Yes, absolutely. Too good to be true? Maybe it might sound like it, but no, it's 100% the real deal. This is 100% real. Yeah. So cool. So what do you get? Well, you get access to our private trading community, chat room, strategies, all that stuff. You get access to intro courses. If you're new to futures, cool. We got intro courses for you. If you're intermediate and you want to go through on-demand foundations courses, we got you covered. Basic to advanced, it's on all asset classes. What about the price action course? So this is one of my favorites. I'm really proud of the fact that we built these out. This is a very deep dive mastery level course on smart money concepts. But here's the deal, which I forgot to mention earlier, which is a huge component to how we pick our strategies. They must be rules-based. Absolutely, 100%. They have to be rules-based. As little subjectivity as possible. You know why? Because subjectivity is what kills traders. Kills them. Because if you're at go time and you're thinking, well, should I take this trade? Well, should I not? Is this in the right location? Am I in the right direction? Well, the last one worked, so maybe this one will work. My gosh, you cannot be second guessing yourself when it's time to trade. You cannot. You have to be 100% focused. This is a trade. Water is wet. It either is a trade or it's not. Does it meet your rules? Great, take the trade. But what if, what if, what if? The only what ifs that you can say are what is in your strategy. So if your strategy says don't trade into major resistance, then don't trade into major resistance. If you want that to be a rule, add it to your rules. If it's not a rule, take the trade. Simple. Because you can't second guess. You're not going to make any money if you second guess yourself all the time. Because what you're going to end up doing is taking all the losers and leaving all the winners on the table. Because you're too busy guessing, right? Yeah, Carl, meet with our team. We'll hook you up. That's fine. No sweat. We got you covered. Okay, so price action, smart money concepts, rules-based, really, really deep level stuff. It's a great course. It'll help you become a better trader. And that's a bold statement, but I stand behind it. Liquidity. Why does the market go up, 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 stop, turn around? Why does that happen? Well, it has to do with supply, it has to do with demand, and it has to do with, supply exceeding demand at that level. There's no more buyers here. Sure. But why did it stop here? And it's usually because there's some greater liquidity level that is causing that supply to step into the market and force the market down. And how do we find those levels? Well, we're going to teach you in this course. So this is built in. And these are not long courses, but they are deep dive. So this is like 12 videos each, somewhere in there. Yeah. Yeah, if you've been learning this stuff, but like you're kind of like, well, is this a boss break or not? Or is this a pullback? We got you covered. We can tell you exactly what is a boss break and what isn't. And I've never seen it done this way before, which is why we really set out to do it that way. We wanted it to be different in that way because you shouldn't have to guess, right? So that's included. Then we have strategy courses included. So if you want to trade with other indicators or algos, or you want to day trade, swing trade, we've got a bunch of on-demand courses there for you. Plus we have multiple live trade rooms. We didn't even talk about the fact that we have a stocks trade room, which also trades very, very well for a long time. So we didn't even go into it because most of the traders that come to these events are futures and Forex traders. But we do have one for stocks, and we have an entire course built out for options as well. So that's included. So the total value so far is about 12,000, which sounds like a lot of money. It is, but that's value, and we want to pack in as much value as we can. What about reviews? Well, we've helped thousands of traders, and we're just getting warmed up. So we've got tons of reviews. Go check them out. We're on Trustpilot. Yeah, live trading room is great. Best training. See, there you go. Cool. So now the bonuses, because we're not going to stop there. We're going to keep adding more. Pre-built workspaces. If we have them, they're yours. You want a workspace for Ninja or TC2000 or trade ideas, scanners, we've got them built out. We'll give them to you. Instructor trade plan review. How many of you have ever been like, I feel like I'm right there at the cusp of something that's really great. I feel like I'm just missing something, right? We've probably all been there at one point. So how valuable would it be to be able to send your trade strategy off to an instructor and say, hey, can you look at this and see what you think? Am I missing anything? We'll look at it. We'll give you feedback. We'll go through it together. That's included. Okay. Strategy cheat sheets. We looked at one of them. We gave you one of them. We're going to give you 12 more, roughly. I don't know exactly how many, but they're all included. We've got them all built out and they're all rules-based. White glove onboarding. We give you some indicators included here as well, a suite of indicators, and we'll install them for you if you want us to. Here's our foundations and our curriculum on our course. So this is live class. So far, we've only talked about on demand, right? Well, these are live, and they are every Wednesday at 1 p.m. for futures and Forex. And then they are Mondays at 1 p.m. for stocks, right? So that's all included. What we cover is the foundations is pillar 1, advanced concepts, pillar 2, psychology, mindset, discipline, money management, the structure mapping, order block mapping, VWAP mapping, all of that. And then trade strategy is pillar 3. So this is going to be where we go through all of the strategies one at a time, and we go through exactly how to trade this stuff. So Rich is saying, it sounds like a lot. Don't want to be overwhelmed. Totally get it. Totally get it. So yes, you can come to the live sessions and just do that. That's fine. Here's my philosophy on this. Are you going to learn this stuff in a day? No. Are you going to learn it in a week? No. You're probably going to learn it in about, I'd say 26 weeks, somewhere in there, to learn everything. That's probably like a pretty safe bet. So it's about 6 months. I don't think it'll take you that long. Each of these is going to be like 1 week. So maybe it's a little less than 26 weeks, but here's the thing. Do you have to know all this stuff to trade with us? No. You can trade with us and learn as you go. My suggestion would be learn the VWAP strategy first. That's the only thing you focus on first. Once you've got a bunch of trades under your belt, then you learn the CWAP trade and you start taking those. And then beyond that, frankly, that's probably all you need. If you want to learn more, we'll teach you. They're simple. Why do we give you so much? Think of it this way. This is your class. This is what you're paying to be a part of. The other stuff is like your encyclopedia. Are you going to read an encyclopedia? How many of you have ever read an encyclopedia cover to cover? Don't say yes, because then we'll know you're the oddball. Nobody reads the encyclopedia. They use it for reference. Nobody has ever read every page on Google or Wikipedia. You use it as a reference. Same thing with a lot of these courses. You're not going to go through everything. You can't. Like you could, but you'd be there for a while. This is what you want to focus on mostly, the class, and then if you go through the mastery classes at some point. But you don't have to do it all at once. Indicators, we've got about 55 of them. We include them in the package. So these are indicators that usually cost anywhere from $250 to $1,000 a pop. And we just included all of them. Okay. One-on-ones. So one-on-ones are pretty expensive in the industry. I think we can agree on that. To get one-on-one coaching is not cheap. So we included 3 sessions of one-on-one coaching. If you want to go over your strategy, if you want to go over your trades, if you want to trade in front of us and have us coach you, whatever you want to do. You get 3 sessions, use them as you like. They're actually an hour long. So included. Total bonuses, 13,000 in value. Total values, 26,000. Our pricing is nowhere near that. Okay. But we show you this to show you that there's a ton of value packed into this and a ton of opportunity. But we didn't stop there. We decided, well, how do you know it's for you? We're going to take all of the risk off the table for you. And we're going to tell you, if you show up and you do the work, you're going to love this program. It's that simple. So show up to the trade room, you do the education, you complete you participate in the class, you complete your instructor calls, and you submit your trade plan and ask for help. If you do these things and you're still not thrilled after doing all of this, we will give you every penny you spent with us back in full refund. And we'll even give you a $500 credit to spend with any of our companies as our way of saying, hey, sorry we wasted your time. Because we know that you're going to love the program. So it's that easy. So that's what's involved. That's what we're doing. That's how it works. And it's been working for a lot of our traders. It's really a lot of our traders have seen massive improvements, which is great. So what's your next step? Let me give you a link here, actually. I'm going to give you a link. And actually, let me run a poll while we're at it here, too. I just want to see where everybody's at. Let's see. Here, let me launch this one in the background while we're doing this. And then I'm going to give you a link. What you want to do is go to the link and book time with our team. So let us know if you want to join, if you want to book a call, learn more. Let us know where you're at with it. We're happy to answer any questions. It's not a problem. Let's go here. Okay, so what you want to do is go to this link, and when you pull it up, that'll give you a chance to book a time to visit with our team. And we're going to go through the rest of the details. We're going to go through the members area with you. We're going to talk trading, show you some of the strategies, show you what we're doing, show you how it works, all that good stuff. So that's the next step. So if you're serious about trading, we're serious about helping you. That's simple. Cool. Anybody have any questions? I know we kind of went through some trading stuff. We kind of bounced around a little bit, but hopefully this was a little different than your standard webinar type of deal. So here's the deal. If you book a call with us this week, I'm going to authorize the team with talk to corporate, and we'll get you set up on an additional coupon. Additional coupon code will give you another 20% off the top. So Pete, if you're listening, go ahead and give everybody an extra 20% off. I'll authorize it with corporate, and we'll get you going. If you want to know the cost before booking with us, that's totally fine. Just send me an email, and send me or Pete an email, and we'll go over that with you. That's not a problem. We just don't post them in this event because we run different promos and stuff sometimes throughout the year. Cool deal. What else? Anybody got any questions before we wrap up? Anybody got anything else? Like, my throat is getting dry here. I should have had water by me and I ran out. Silly me. Was this recorded? Yes, absolutely. We'll send you the recording. Yeah, no worries. So at the beginning, we looked at what is it that you need as a trader. You need something that works, something that's consistent, simple enough to learn, something that you can repeat, and something that is going to be profitable. So we've shown you that we can help you with these things. So now it's just a matter of joining. And we've completely removed all of the risk by saying, if you don't love it, we'll give you your money back. Because we're not in it for the money. Like, obviously we have a business, we have to make money. It's part of it. Otherwise we won't stay in business. And then we won't help anybody. But yeah, the goal is to help traders, right? So Eric, if we'll help you, that's fine. You know, if it's a now thing, great. If it's 2 weeks from now, a month from now, like we're not going anywhere. So, but all that said, maybe we can work something out for you. So just if you have questions or something, we'll reach out to you. Yeah. Which ARC software indicators are included? So yeah, let me show you. So if you go to the ARC website, I'll post it here for you. This is our sister company, one of our companies. It's ARC AI, which is our kind of tech side of things, developing algos, indicators, so on. So if you go to shop and if you click on indicators, it's going to come with all the indicators and obviously all the free stuff. Doesn't come with the only one that's excluded is Structure Boss, and I think there's one more. Let me see. Actually, I think that's the only one. Everything else comes included. So all of these. The only reason we don't include this one is because we're a reseller for that one. Cool. Good stuff. Yeah, those are all included. And those are, I mean, gosh, I think I spent even probably anywhere from 700 to $1,000 or something per indicator. And I think I have like 5, 6, 7, something like that. 12 hours a day. How much time do you feel like you need? Yeah, that's a great question. So I think we need realistically an hour to 2 hours a day is ideal. If you can do that, and I'm talking like trade time plus learning time, then I think you're good. Yeah. If you're working, oddball hours, that sort of thing, what we can do and something we've done in the past, we'll teach you a strategy, something that you can trade on your time. And then we'll review your trades with you. And then we'll set up a session where you can trade in front of us and we can coach you. There's a couple different strategies that you could trade where you're like, really more hands off, like a set it and forget it type of strategy. We can teach you something there. Hits about 70 to 74% of the trades as far as what we took. And you can trade around the clock. Just set it, forget it, do your thing. So that's one thing we can do, or we can just teach you a strategy that you can trade, in the evenings or something like that. We've done that before too. So yeah, we got you covered. Can you get it at the library? Like, can you trade on the library computer? Probably not. I wouldn't recommend it because it's pretty private stuff. So do you teach prop firm trading? Yes, absolutely. Thanks for asking that because I forgot to mention that. All of our education is geared toward prop trading because most of our traders want to get funded and want to stay funded and all that. So all of our risk modeling and everything that we do is geared toward prop trading. And here's the deal. Even if you're not trading with a prop firm, you want to trade your own money. Trading like a prop trader is going to make you a better trader. So obviously trading your own money is easy at that point. So, yep. Good deal. What else? Good stuff. Cool. Well, hopefully we've given you something that can really has opened up your eyes a little bit. I think what we have here is really special. I think we've worked very, very hard for years to try to get something together that's like really great for traders, and I think we really have that. So we're excited to be able to offer this. Any copy trading? Yeah, we have a couple copy traders that we recommend. One of them is Replicanto, by Flowbots. That one's a good one. It works on NinjaTrader. And then there's also another one that is available that's non-platform specific, which is from Expert Trading Programmers. And that's a great one too. If you're looking to trade on different platforms and that sort of thing, that's a good one. So cost, what you want to do is just send an email and we'll send you the cost. We'll let you know what it is. Otherwise, we can review that together in calls, or if you want to just know ahead of time, that's fine. So there's my email in the box there. So cool. Good stuff. Oh, cool. Yeah. How has it been? How's it been for you, Dave? Have you used it quite a bit? Yeah, Adrian's awesome. He's done a lot of our coding over the years on a lot of different stuff. Cool. Good, good, good. I know one of the hot topics that you can pass along with Adrian too is we've had traders that are looking at, can you trade, multiple different rhythmics at the same time? So like being able to trade all through rhythmic on different, like, you get like Apex and Flexi and anyway, all these different ones. Yeah. Yeah, multi-broker would be great. Yeah. Yeah, we haven't gone over cost. We haven't gone over cost yet. That's something that we prefer to do in the one-on-ones. It's cheaper than you think. I can tell you that much. But if you want to know ahead of time, just send us an email. We'll send it to you. Not a problem. Definitely does not cost 26,000. Does not. We know there are outfits out there that charge more and give you less. And that's not us. We're not into that. Any success with Forex or crypto? Yeah, absolutely. Some of the strategies that we trade work on crypto. I'll bring this over. I'll show you. Here's a trade right now. It's one of our CWAP trades. A little late to be trading on ES, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but yeah, that one worked too. Nice. Love it. Okay, let's go Bitcoin. So let's see. Yep. Here's one that kind of started to look like it was going to go and then didn't. And then here's the trade here. This is a VWAP trade on Bitcoin. Yeah, so entry would have been right here. Target would have been right there. So that's one of the VWAP trades. That's Bitcoin. We teach order blocks as well. If you're familiar with order blocks, be looking at this would be one down in here. Technically, no, but let's go back a little bit. Yeah, this would probably be one here. And then order block. I don't know if it ever came back into that. Let's see. This is, yeah. So this is May 9, right? So keep going back. Here we go. Okay, so this is where the level set up, and then that's the trade right there. So yeah, it worked. And then here's the funny thing about this stuff. Like, not that you would keep trading it, but like look at the reaction off of that level over and over and over and over. It's ridiculous. So yeah, all this stuff works on Forex and crypto as well, for the most part. There's some that I would not trade, which we'll let you know. But everything else works. VWAP and CWAP and order blocks. Good to go. Yeah. We can look at Forex too while we're at it. See if there's anything good on Forex today. We were mostly focused on futures because we had the PPI came out, and that kind of sends Forex into a bit of a frenzy. CPI will do the same thing tomorrow morning, so we'll probably kind of stay away from those. But the Euro pairs are probably a little easier to work with. Like this, no, we wouldn't have traded that though. This one, target would have been too high. That's why we wouldn't have went for that one. But let's see what Euro pound did today. Yeah, not much happening on Forex today. But yeah, we do teach this stuff on all the markets. So ETFs, yeah, you can trade ETFs. A lot of this stuff will work on ETFs. I think more of a stocks thing. Hang on, let's go. Like if you want to trade SPY or something. Actually, I'll tell you this. On the ETFs, any of the anchored VWAP stuff. It is killer, 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 killer. Did I say it's killer? Because it's amazing. Let's go over here. So this is the reaction right now. Obviously, nobody's trading the SPY right now, but more of a long based type of setups, that kind of thing. But my gosh, even it worked going short in here. Oops. Let's go back here. Yeah, you can see the reaction right there. Clean is clean is clean. So yeah, this stuff works on everything. It's pretty amazing. You can even look at like some of the other, like energy or something. Let's see what this one did today. Yeah, there you go. There it is. I don't know, man. It works. I don't know why it works. Actually, I do. It has to do with volume and liquidity, but it works really, really well on. Yeah. So anyway, whatever you want to trade, we can help you. We got you covered. So I think that's it. You guys have anything else? I think we're good to go. Yeah. Kind of covered it. If you guys have not traded anchored VWAPs yet, welcome to a whole new world of unbelievable profitability that you never experienced before. Like, it is insane how good it is. Insane. Can't wait to teach you. Good stuff. All right, guys, have a fantastic rest of the afternoon. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be here with us. Again, really appreciate it. Some of you are kind of slacking on the polls, I'll be honest. So we got a lot of you here. Feel free to chime in on the chat box, or the polls rather, and let us know. Even if you're just kind of like, I'm not sure yet, just put I have questions so we can reach out and maybe get you a pass to the trade room or something like that. Okay. But at least we like to start the dialogue, get to know you a little bit, and at least get you in the right direction. We got a little bit of everything here. So yeah, anchored VWAP's so good, isn't it, Eric? I love it. Such a great way to trade. So thanks, guys, for doing the poll. I see a couple of you chiming in on that. So it's good. Good stuff. Yeah, thanks, guys, for taking time to be here. I know, it's hard to want to go to another webinar and listen to somebody else. So no, really appreciate you taking time to be here with us in person. So cool. On that note, we will be back in the trade room tomorrow. Get in there, come in and join us so we can start helping you get your evals passed, get you funded, all that good stuff. Just do what we're doing. We've got a lot of traders that are doing great. Yeah. And we start the trade room at 8:55 a.m. every day, Monday through Thursday. Cool. All right, traders, have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you in there. Have a good one. Take care, everybody. Cheers.